I loves me some 1 degree of Chunky B.
Now, I just have to make a comment about Chunky B. Have you ever seen him looking so good?
The panel then includes actress Lady Kazan, comedian Chunky B, and Playboy TV host Julie Strain. Chunky?
What was the question? Guys, come on in. This is the Garage of Love. Don't be shy. Okay, we got couches, we've got cool people, and we've got 1 degree of Chunky B on chunkyb.tv. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna bust out right up the Adler. Say hello to Adler, the executive
Say hello
producer.
to me.
Yeah, say hello to you. And the reason why I'm jumping right into this is because we have a kitchen full of teenagers making cookies.
That's awesome.
And it's
for us.
Dr. Wendy Walsh's 2 of her daughters and then a sidekick.
I wish we had her.
daughter.
I wish we had her on the
And
show
your
tonight.
son.
That'd be perfect.
And my son. And Carrington and Jack just happened to chat for a second, and they happened to find out they both like to bake. And now they've got the sugar, the flour, the eggs, the butter.
Oh, yeah.
They're making
That's what they
making
like to do.
cookies. And if everything goes well, we may have a cookie by the end of this podcast.
Ironically, that's how you and I met. We both like to bake.
Why do I not believe that? Is bake a metaphor for something else?
It sort of is. But anyway, you want to introduce our guest?
Ladies and gentlemen, oh gosh, can you cut to you and cut to Wendy real quick? Because I'm going to go off camera for a second.
Both of us?
Just you
Together.
guys stop for a second.
Oh, for
Baking.
gosh. There we are.
Whatever that means.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chunky's doing something, getting something.
He's getting props.
Here we are. Oh, very good. You got the book.
Yeah.
That's terrific. By the way,
this is-
Wendy just was introduced to the crowd, so go ahead and introduce her. I'm gonna
Dr.
cut
Wendy
back to
Walsh,
you, my friend.
I want to say, first of all, thank you, because you are the only guest we've had 3 times. That
Oh my God, 3 times a charm.
It's a hat trick.
And you see this, people? You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Check this out. I want to let you know, it's not, it's such comfortable reading.
Oh my God.
Is that you?
Hang on, we got a caller.
First call. Wendy, Dr. Wendy, you're supposed to be the most professional.
We've never had a caller.
Where is it? Oh, it's in my pocket.
Poughkeepsie, you're on line 1.
Go ahead and pick it up. Let's see who it is.
No, honestly, I don't know who this is.
Go ahead and get it. I'll cut to you.
Okay.
Let's see who it is. Tell them they're on a
Hello?
podcast.
Hello? No, they're gone. I wasn't quick enough.
Man.
Check it. Can we get professional for a second? Professional?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can.
All right.
I'm
I don't
turning
care
the
if you-
volume off now.
I don't care if you're a dude or a chick. This right here.
Or
it-
both.
Yeah. Check this out. Dr. Wendy Walsh wrote this book, and it actually makes you feel better about yourself. And I'm not even kidding.
That's
You
difficult
haven't
for
even
Chunky.
read it.
Yes, I
have
did.
you?
Ask me a quiz. Quiz me.
Okay.
Quiz me.
3 signs a man is commitment oriented.
Okay. 3 signs he's. Okay. Check this out.
Okay. 5 sexual myths that keep
Okay,
women single.
no. He's got a great relationship with his mother.
Good.
That's one of them.
Yep.
God, I can't. He is comfortable with his job and his future.
That's right. He's made his money and his education. He's
Tell
ready.
me I didn't read your book, baby.
You read the Cliff Notes.
I think you just know men. And then the last is his peer group are all fallen. If he's running to Vegas on single boys
Yep.
weekend, he ain't ready.
No, exactly.
Right. His
Right.
peer group are also. Okay, but there are actually 10 ways to tell a
I
commitment
can't
oriented
believe
guy
I
in the
just
book.
bullshitted my way out of that.
You did.
Can
You
I?
did good.
can I
Well, you
ask
know
her-
men.
Let's just get into it.
Before you do, hold on. I want to give her a gift.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Wendy, Dr. Wendy, we've got a super fan by the name of Don DeBear, and he makes things for our guests. And this is, it's a 45 with your name on it. And I want you to know this is fake. Okay, there's no music coming out
So
of it.
if I play it, what will it be?
It'll be
Like
the
Helter
Beatles
Skelter
backwards.
backwards, right?
So this is from our super fan Don DeBear, and it's a gift
Thank you,
to
Don
you.
DeBear.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and it just
I've
You've made it.
What
That's what you were
happens
about
in
to
the
say, right?
garage
Stays in the garage.
stays in the garage. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is, I used to have tons of these.
Now you
That's
get your
how
own name
OLD
on it.
I am. Look at that.
Isn't that cute?
So cute. 1 degree of chunky bee. I love it. Thank you, Don.
Yeah. Adler, you got something on your mind? Break
Well,
it
I
down.
want to know how difficult it is to date the doctor.
Well,
That's a great question.
it is.
you're
It's difficult
first of all,
because of a couple reasons.
Let's be honest. You're smoking hot.
Aw,
You are.
Number 2,
sweet.
Yeah.
you know everything about relationships.
Well, shouldn't that make it easier? Because I understand men and male
No.
psychology.
Well, let's talk about it. Go for it.
Okay, so the only issue is that I'm so busy and so committed to my 2 children because I learned very early on when I entered single mom life a sad statistic that one of the most dangerous places for a child to live is in a home with a non-biologically related male, mommy's boyfriend.
Couldn't agree more. Had a
So-
bunch of that in my life. Hated it.
And and also to go from single to married, you have to kiss a few frogs. And
Mm-hmm.
a revolving door of parental figures is one of the worst things for kids too. So therefore, I stayed committed to my kids. However, I know why you're asking me this question because my children are now getting older, and one of them is flying from the nest in a year. So
Is that crazy?
I know. What a crazy thought.
Are you emotionally ready?
Oh yes. Once they get teenagery and grumpy, you're like, move along. If you know it all, then go out there and see that you know it all.
But your daughter
Right.
seems so confident in her own skin.
She's had a lot of self-confidence, a little too much around me. You know, the teenagers.
I know, but are you thinking are you thinking you're doing the right thing with your own confidence?
What do you mean?
Okay, I think, and if we're gonna bust out Dr. Wendy,
I'd
let's
love to hear
talk-
the rest of her
Answer
rest
of
of
how
her
Okay, I
it
know.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
Good answer.
dude
Good
is
question.
only going to be intimidated if he doesn't have a fully grown brain. So I like smart guys,
Yep.
and I like guys that have a good life plan. They're going somewhere, they're doing something. And now, listen, this third act of our life is the most important. I think of life as in 3 acts. That the first act was building career and running around and being a single person and partying and having a great old time. Second act, parenthood, delving in, doing his best job that I can. And third act being, oh my God, I have my life back. And now I'm going to find a sidekick and I'm going to take over the world and do everything I always wanted to do.
Are you turned on?
I'm a little offended by the sidekick remark, frankly.
What are you kidding me? That's a golden
I mean,
opportunity.
Nobody wants to
I
be
want-
the sidekick.
No, I want a partner that I can look,
there you
and
go.
admire
See,
and
that's-
respect.
A wingman.
and-
But listen, when you
Not
get
a
in a fight with the dude, like,
Yeah.
and you understand what the outcome's going to be before the fight even
No,
starts.
I don't. 'Cause
Come on.
It's like saying I have extrasensory perception. I could read his mind and know what his feelings are. I think that when you become emotionally intimate with somebody, you're constantly peeling away layers to expose the real them. And so that's always, when there's conflict, it's always an opportunity to see a tender spot.
Have you ever met a man who opens up
They all do to me.
eventually,
Yeah.
not right away?
Oh, no human should open up right away. I mean, we all want to build some trust.
Right.
But I hope I'm a non-threatening person, and so it seems like
Why
easier.
do women get you?
Chuck, move your mic away a little bit.
What does
Yeah.
get me?
Am I talking to you?
No,
women
no.
like me?
I just want to see your pretty face.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah. I think people like that I'm a combination of total geek, geek Barbie textbook stuff and a lot of wisdom and life experience. And I love to mix it together. And my goal in life is to save, I believe that having a healthy relationship is a basic human right. And everyone deserves it. Unfortunately, and also, we are wired to bond. This is natural for our species. However, people have thrown a wrench into Mother Nature's perfect plan sometimes, either a traumatic childhood or partners that you've had who caused a lot of heartbreak and now your armor's up. And so I feel like my job is to help people sort of peel it all away, get back to the real, true, powerful, vulnerable them, and expose that to some trustworthy person.
Okay, I can't stop getting turned on.
All right.
serious.
Yeah, but Chung, let's not creep
There's
her out.
movement
You know what
once
I mean?
again in the
She's-
proctoral area.
Well,
Because you know something.
There's medicine
I'm
for
looking.
that.
I don't
There's
see.
Well, I'm
medicine
Irish,
for
so
that.
you're not going
You're
to see
not
much.
going to see much.
And
So-
okay, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I want the folks at home to know how to plug into to Dr. Wendy Walsh? How does that work? If someone's got an issue, is there a problem? What do they do?
Okay, they got all kinds of choices. First of all, I'm launching a brand new business on Valentine's Day, but you can go there early because we're in beta, and give me your email address, called askaloveguru.com.
Nice.
And I found that there are lots of amazing people around the world who are servicing relationships, whether they are dating coaches, matchmakers, psychologists, marriage and family therapists, even religious counselors, those conscious uncoupling divorce people. So when you come to the site, askaloveguru.com, you're going to go to one of three places: find a relationship, maintain a relationship, or separate with love. And I will connect you with a love guru who can help you do that.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what Dr. Wendy Walsh
See,
is
that's
all
innovation,
about.
Chunky.
Right.
And I'm going to take full credit for that.
Take it.
And on the site, there are also lots of online workshops taught by me. So the ones I have up right now are the psychology of human mating, if you want to know a lot of information about how and why. And it's
Will
based
you hook
on
people up on this site?
Yes, there's also a dating site component.
That's what
Everything
I'm
is
talking
on
about,
askaloveguru.com. Yes, we have Love Guru Dating, where you can have a dating coach write your profile, or you can have a matchmaker help you go through the site. And the other course that I'm really excited about that I just recorded, it's going to be up in a couple of weeks, is the 10 Secrets of Mindful Relationships. And everybody in any relationship or wanting a relationship should take that workshop.
Do you have a practice? Can someone just
No, I gave up my practice because the media schedule got so heavy.
Right.
Between writing books and teaching and running to CNN every day, you can't cancel on patients. It's too injurious. But if they do want one-on-one with me, I do Google Helpouts. So Google has a program called Google Helpouts, and it's a Skype. It's like a Skype, but I can't say Skype. It's not
that's
Skype. It's
super
Google.
cool.
So it's video sessions that I do online. So if you just Google the words Wendy Walsh, Google Helpouts, up I come.
I know what you're
you go.
thinking. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, I'm on.
Adler, I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking.
Just one night in Vegas.
That's a song, right?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I'm kidding, but I'm being...
As he waves his wedding band around.
Yeah. I knew you before I was married.
I
You know how
know.
long I've known Wendy Walsh?
Pre-marriage?
Pre-marriage?
20.
Here's the funniest thing. He had a whole nother life where he's actually, I don't know if you know this, but he's actually technically quite advanced. Like, he knows what to do.
Technically advanced.
He was a camera operator.
He
at
still is a
nationally
camera
syndicated
operator.
show that I was a co-anchor on called Extra.
Extra. And then didn't you do a little thing called How Do They Do That?
How'd they do that with Pat O'Brien?
Pat O'Brien. And we're
right.
trying so hard to get him on this show.
I know, he's far away though. He's like in Pasadena or something, but you
We'll
got to
go
get
to
him
him.
over here.
No,
oh,
we'll
you'll
go-
go to
no,
him.
we'll go to him.
Oh,
yeah,
Pat'll
we'll
do
go.
it.
We'll take all this
Yeah,
duct
he
tape,
keeps teasing me.
put it in the
We
truck,
will.
and get out of here.
Why don't we just all text him together here and just get
Oh,
him.
right online. I love it.
We'll
right
tweet
on the
him.
air. Pat O'Brien,
Pat
we're coming
O'Brien,
after you,
I'm
baby.
tweeting you right now.
Are you going to tweet him? I'll tell you what, I'll text him. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a photo of you and send it to him.
Hey,
Is that
when,
cool?
And say Wendy came.
When
Are you going to come?
he got in a little trouble with his penis and his weird texting, were you involved in any of that? Did you?
No,
did they
I
call
missed
you
those
as a
years. But by the
consultant?
way, I just read his book.
I got
Oh my goodness, that book!
I couldn't put it down.
That's a tell-all.
Yes, it
if
is.
you've worked in the
Really?
TV business in anywhere in America, you know all the people, and he
Yep.
did not hold back. That was more than a kiss and tell. It was.
His book, oh my God. I got it right. I got it right on my counter.
If you, what's the word I was going to say? If you crossed him at any point in his life,
You got nailed.
You got nailed. I said to him, Pat, why wasn't I in that book? And he goes, because I think it's chapter 16 called The Girls or something, all the women co-hosts he had. And he goes, because I only talked about the ones I hated.
Check this out.
It's a
I'm
good
actually
book.
taking a photo of you right now and
Okay.
sending it to Pat O'Brien and saying, you
I
need to
can't
get
find
it.
his Twitter
If
now.
Wendy
Oh, there
can
it
do
is.
it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
following
cool.
him. So now I do like this, right? And I click there. And then I got to do at what? Chunky B.
.tv.
Do you come up? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I can't. I know this is
Okay.
kind of a boring part of the.
But we have to do our
It's good.
tweet
We
live.
need-
Yeah.
We want Pat O'Brien
Yeah.
in the Garage of Love.
And you know something? Talking about you right now. That's all I'm saying. Talking about.
I'm going to say, Pat, come on, Chunky Show.
Yes,
How
do
about
it.
that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you know Kevin Bacon, we want him too.
Do you know Kevin Bacon? We're trying to get
I
Kevin Bacon.
don't.
All right. If you ever meet him,
You know who I'm really, well, you know who I'm really close friends with.
I know a
But-
lot of people that you're close friends with, but who you
And
got?
she lives near you now.
Oh.
Though I won't say the name because I want to check it out with her first.
Okay.
The Academy Award winner who roasted me on my
Yes.
birthday.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh my God. We've had Tony Award winners, Grammy Award winners,
Yep.
Emmy Award winners.
Yes, that's
We've
true.
never had an Oscar Award
Oh
winner.
yeah. Oh my God.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
you know what I just did recently? I became ordained to marry people.
Oh,
Is that
sweet.
funny? No one's booked me yet, but I thought that would be funny.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I would love to do that. I mean, nothing would bring not funny. It would bring me joy.
Did you go to Universal? How'd you get ordained?
You just do it online.
I know.
Anyone can do it.
I did it.
I know. Isn't
I'm
it?
ordained.
You can do it.
Yes.
You can marry me. I can marry you.
We should. If I can find a place to hide the body. Oh my God. You know this, Wendy.
Oh my God, I'm
Look at-
sweating over there.
Yes.
I had to take off my jacket.
Okay, I want to say thank you guys for listening to
God.
their last 5 minutes because I know it was
We
boring.
had to do that tweet.
But we had to do the tweet. Wendy
Okay.
Walsh, let's get down and dirty. What turns on a middle-aged woman right now?
You mean why am I having a hot flash here? Sitting between two men? Is that really what you're saying? Actually, let me tell you this: that men and women. This is going to be a surprising statistic for you guys.
Break it down.
But women get bored with sex easier than men and like novelty in their sex life. Now, when men look for novelty, they
like
look
fake poo and stuff. You mean like a fake
Did
throw
you just
up?
say? Did you just say fake
Like
poop?
if you go to
when
Oz
men
and pick up a couple
look
novelty
for
items.
novelty, they look for a new partner. But women want new rooms, new clothes, new candles, new position, new time of day, all the things to sort of mix it up. That creates a more novel experience.
Really?
New toys,
So,
yes.
wait,
Women will die in a long-term monogamous relationship. Women tend to fall off first as far as the boredom factor.
Now, are you saying in my marriage that I've been married for 16 years, been with my wife for maybe 20? How
She's
do
bored?
I introduce a vibrator? I am like,
How do you introduce it?
Well, you don't introduce it.
First of all, I guarantee you,
talk
there's
about
one
it.
already in your bedroom that you
really?
don't know about.
I hope.
No, you know what you
I
guys
could-
should use? I'm going to get it for you too, because I'm a spokesperson for them. The We Vibe.
You know something.
Wait,
you talk
didn't I
about
bring
this.
it?
No, you
Didn't I
teased
bring
us.
it here once before?
No, you
You
almost
did. You
brought
said
it.
you were going to bring one.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm
The next
sorry.
time.
I'm bringing you a We Vibe.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's a U-shaped vibrator made by a Canadian company, so it's got to be good. And it both people get pleasure at the same time. So it sort of inserts in her, so she gets a front C spot.
So the guy
and
that's
the
banging my
G-spot.
wife is going to have a good time too? Is that,
That's
is
right.
that
No,
what you're saying?
and then you also get some pleasure because it's inside her while you're inside her.
Oh,
Is that cool?
sounds
It's for
great.
couples. It's
just
promoting
to
monogamy.
be inside her would be good.
Right now.
Clean up an aisle too. Clean up an aisle too.
I have something important to say.
Mm-hmm.
Last time it was well established that I'm really good at pleasing women.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh, that's right. I remember we talked about this.
Okay, it's self-proclaimed. Go ahead.
Right. Okay.
No, that's all I
It
got.
depends on the women. You just wanted to remind us.
Yeah, I just thought that was really important.
When you have an adorable, I'm going to change the subject to professionalism. When you have an adorable daughter,
Yeah.
that
Two.
I know you have two, but I'm saying in the teenage years.
Yes.
How
She's very educated.
are you open and educated?
Absolutely. I start as early as the kids start asking questions, and I answer with no judgment, no positive, no negative, in purely anatomical language.
Do you
So
have sons?
I would for either gender.
What
So-
do you do if I want to talk to my son and he's like, I ain't having it, Dad?
Oh,
Right.
good question.
Okay, well, first of all, when guys talk to guys about sex, they need to be looking forward, not at each other. So in front of football games is good. Driving in the car is
That's
good.
excellent
they
advice.
need a distraction. They can't be looking at each other. And there's a great book I can recommend for you called Challenging Casanova. Every parent of a boy should read it. And it's about male sexual development, really, and what's really going on with boys in our culture. And that they're feeling as pressured or more pressured by our highly sexualized culture to be this, you know, when you're in what I call a high supply sexual economy, you get this very narrow definition of acceptable male sexual behavior, which is take any sex, all sex at any cost. And, you know, 50% of men are pretty monogamous. They connect relationships and love and feeling with sex. So when these young boys are full of hormones and hearing this message and nervous because the girls develop faster and all that stuff, it's a terrible pressure to put on teenage boys. So and the other thing is, as you know, we have in our college system this rape culture that's in the media so much now. So teaching compassion to boys is very important, and teaching them to understand that a female sexual experience is very different than a male sexual experience. So yeah, watch a football game, talk about it, but feel comfortable yourself about it first.
I'm comfortable with it. He's uncomfortable with me talking to him about it.
Yes.
Well, sadly, the conversation that usually happens, I've got a Google Hangout for you that's all about how to talk to boys about sex that I will send you a link to.
Please do.
And I had all these guests who are experts in the field. But unfortunately, the conversation that most parents have with boys is just a basic plumbing lesson and slap a bag on it. And no one talks.
That's exactly. Although
Yeah.
I did give
no
my
one
son
talks about the emotional piece.
really good advice on New Year's Eve, which was, make sure there's no cold sores if you're going to kiss somebody. You know what I mean? Don't walk through life with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
also, how about,
But that was my only advice.
but how about
Look out for coleslaw.
talk to her about what she's feeling and ask permission
But not
before
when
you
the clock
touch her.
strikes 12:01.
Oh, right.
I mean, there's
You know,
not much
New Year's
talking
Eve.
at that moment,
Right.
right? You got to take a look.
You got
You
to look
Pat
around.
O'Brien on the line?
I want to let you know, Pat O'Brien just texted me back, and I want to let you know, Dr. Wendy, this is what his response was. The great doctor. We were TV spouses. The best I've worked with. Just to let you know.
All right, so shout out to this kid, Pat O'Brien,
Yeah.
and say we need him on the show.
He knows it.
I
know,
just
let's
did. I
do
already
this,
tweeted him.
man.
Yeah. No, he's coming on.
Love you,
he's coming
Pat.
on.
All right,
Yeah.
good.
Love you, Pat. Oh, is he tweeting me too? Nope. That's home and
Oh.
family.
He
on the
came
Hallmark.
straight to
Yep.
me. It's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you talked to Jack about sex and all that stuff?
Yes. And let me tell you something. Jack's got this iPad, right? And I borrowed it for some reason, and I popped it up, and it went to a porno site.
What porno site was it?
Oh no.
I can't.
Fake agent?
You know the names of them?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
here's
doctor,
the problem
so-
with porn on a developing mind,
Okay.
is that the way sexual development is supposed to happen is that experimentation with sexual intimacy should happen alongside with experimentation with emotional intimacy. You know, that sort of awkward feeling. Should we do it? Does he like me?
Yeah,
Does
like
he
when
not?
we
All
were
that kind of-
kids and
Let's go
there
to
were no
first base, second
computers.
base, you know.
Right.
But unfortunately, porn has taught kids that you can go a home run and never even need to talk to each other. There are high school students who meet by text, have relationships by text, meet, have sex, break up by text.
And never say
And never say
hello. What's your
much.
name?
Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm on the right
Sounds
track
awesome.
because I talked to my son. As a matter of fact,
Okay, that's a joke.
I'm not even paying attention. I talked to Jack about it actually this morning, driving him to school. And you said, you have to have something else going on.
looked straight
No eye
ahead.
contact. We were driving
Yeah.
to bus stop, and I'm like, dude, what's going on? He's like, I go, Jack, you cannot portray women in the way you're looking at them. No, you have to be emotionally attached, and you've got to respect women. And when you lose your virginity, it's not just to bust a nut. It is to be with a woman that you truly love.
Yeah.
And she loves you.
Yes.
And here's another thing that'll scare the bejesus out of him. Sex therapists are seeing the big diagnosis attached to porn use called DE, delayed ejaculation. So what happens is the way relationships work is our orgasms are in our brain. And we have to continue to fantasize, right? I mean, long-term monogamy. I mean, do you always picture Nancy's face 100% of the time 20 years
I
later?
do.
That's his wife. Okay,
That was
so you
good.
have to be able to fantasize. But frequent porn use is a lot like navigation. Navigation dumbs us down and we can't even remember our city anymore.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way, because it's constantly feeding you fresh, new, strange images of nubile people
Right.
that you can't conjure them up yourself. So what happens to guys is they have what's called delayed ejaculation, where they can become aroused because they're being touched, but they can't actually orgasm because they can't get the pictures in their head.
But that's a good
Porn-
thing for dudes, right?
No, women will
No?
they'll bang a woman into a bladder infection. That's terrible.
I thought that
So,
was.
No.
That's
I
our
was
goal.
like, yeah, this is a good.
I think baseball.
Right?
No.
I'm like, oh, look at me. I hope tomorrow I get a hot dog.
First of all, it's a myth that you can think about something else and delay.
'Cause it's
the deal.
automatic.
Yeah, forget it, man.
Let it go.
Vaginas feel so good. There's no
on.
way. There's no way you can
Vaginas-
think about taking out the garbage and then delay your ejaculation. It's not going to happen.
You
Well, there
know-
are techniques though. It's called the stop-start technique.
Well,
and
we'll
the
talk
quiet
about that after
vagina
the show.
technique. Okay.
Yeah. You know, that's why everyone should have a tattoo made in vagina.
You know, that's not bad.
You know what I'm saying?
You have that, a tramp stamp.
How about I'm a vegetarian?
It's not bad
I
either.
don't know. I'm just speaking out
my
loud.
God.
No, doctor, are we
Is this show always go this way?
only when hot chicks are in the garage?
Yeah,
beer
very-
and
very
middle-aged
rarely.
men.
Very
Oh
rarely.
Lord,
Yeah,
Lord.
it sucks being old. Being older.
Older?
It really does.
Really?
Yeah,
I love it.
Fuck, I had an amazing run for a while.
Yeah, but would you want that now?
No, definitely not. But like you say, I mean, if my wife said, I want you to be a postman and I'll be whatever, I'd fucking be yes. Let's
Yeah.
do
Oh, so
this.
you want some novelty?
Fuck yeah.
You want some experimentation? That's good. So you need to talk about this.
And until just this moment, I didn't know I had a postman fetish.
There you go.
There's a couple questions. Let's take a break.
Okay.
I'm going to fill your wine because you're not drinking fast enough.
I got to drive. This is it for me, babe.
Let's get,
One
our,
glass.
let's get our cookies.
And then we'll talk about the cookies. But here's things I want to talk to Dr. Wendy Walsh. We are the only podcast that broke the fact that she found a long-lost loved brother.
That
Yeah.
was so cool.
And I want...
That my mother had a teenage pregnancy in 1948 that nobody knew about.
Yes.
And I found him on the internet.
Yes, and
How's
we broke
that
it
go-
here.
Let's talk about how that relationship's going.
Well, let's take a break so she can breathe. We'll check in with the cookies.
Maybe we'll do a promo.
Could you imagine? Yeah, we'll do a promo, and then could you imagine if we walk into the kitchen and my son's making out with your daughter?
He's in
Oh, let's
8th
tease
grade.
that. Let's tease that.
She's in 11th grade.
Let's tease that.
that's right.
That's a good
You
pull.
don't just meet someone and
That's a
start
good
making
pull.
out. That's just creepy. They just met
but you
10
do.
minutes ago.
Are you trying to tell me you've never met a man and 10 minutes later you were making out with him?
Hell no.
Come on.
No.
Seriously.
11?
That's weird.
When was the last
11
time?
minutes?
11 minutes. Maybe 4 hours
Okay,
there we
talking
go.
over a drink. And
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, here's my room key, blah, blah, blah.
When was the last time you had a one-night stand?
oh my God.
What's today? Is that what you think?
Let's tease it. Let's tease that.
19.
Hold
Hold on, hold on.
All right, this is 1 Degree of Chunky B on ChunkyB.tv, the Garage of Love. Dr. Wendy Walsh is in the hizzy. We're going to check out the cookies and then check out her vagina. Check it out.
You are not.
Hey, you guys, Chunky B. 1 Degree of Chunky B in the Garage of Love. And you know if you want to get your quack on, you go to Venice Duck. And I'm not even kidding. This is a good beer. Tell your friends. Don't be afraid to get your quack on. Dude, this is actually really
I
good
know,
beer.
it's fucking great beer.
We're so lucky.
Oh shit, I'm still recording.
Hey, you guys, music provided by Play Up Music. That's playupmusic.com.
Hello. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, and you are watching and listening to 1 Degree of Chunky B.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the second half of 1 Degree of Chunky B. Thank you for coming to the website. Thank you for doing the Amazon thing. You guys are all rocking, and the word is spreading. And we are lucky to have, real quick, the Garage of Love, Gary Adler.
That's me. Thanks for the introduction, Chunk.
Yeah, but let's talk about what we got going down here. The beautiful, inside and out, Dr. Wendy Walsh, who just has wisdom beyond anything that we've ever had in this
I
garage.
just read a few textbooks, that's
First
all.
of all,
No,
I
you went
can't
to school
believe
forever.
that this respectable, beautiful woman would actually come here and do our stupid show.
Are we going to tell them that I live in the neighborhood, so it's not that far?
It's funny because everyone lives in this neighborhood.
I know, it's a very popular neighborhood.
Her kids are with my son Jack right now
In the
making
kitchen,
cookies.
cooking.
And
It's unbelievable.
Bacon.
Okay, I know we got a little funky at the end of the first half, but let's.
Because I'm not a sexologist, I'm a psychologist.
I know.
So
Right.
But the thing is, it's hard for guys like us to separate the two.
Of course, no, I don't think you should separate it. I think they should be combined, but they shouldn't be separated. That's
Gotcha.
the point.
No, you've got something up your sleeve. You got something coming down the pike.
do. I'm
that
really excited to tell
that
you
I
about.
actually heard about even before you told me about. The word on the street is that you're putting together all the wisdom that you have and presenting it
As
explain it.
entertainment, a live stage show called Love Lab Live. And if you want to see Chunky B, he's going to be there doing audience warm-up. Aren't you, Chunky?
Yes, I am. I'm opening that shit. I'm opening that
coming.
up.
I want to go.
You
Yep,
come.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the newly remodeled and reopened Regent Theater in LA's super hip Gallery Row on Main Street, downtown LA, we are going to do a night of comedy, drinks, and some sexy social experiments. So people are going to really see live how love works. Not sex, love.
That's what I was about to say.
Love Lab
So
Live.
there's not, it's not
nudity,
nudity.
but you will see how people select mates and why. There's going to be a really interesting mate status exercise where I'm going to assign randomly a mate status to certain people. And without them saying a word, we're going to see if people can find people on their same level or if they can date out of their league above, and you'll see what happens. We're going to have one of my sponsors is instantchemistry.com. It's a DNA test that can predict if you're going to have, it's a little cheek swab DNA test that can predict if you're going to have hot sex and a long, stable marriage.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I can talk to you
That's
about
so cool.
the science.
If people
So we're
want
gonna
to,
do
if
DNA
people want to
testing,
buy
yeah.
tickets to this show, where
They
where
go
would
to
they
the regenttheater.com.
Okay.
But right now, we do not have a date.
Date's coming.
Locked in.
Date's coming. By the time this airs, it will. So
Yes.
there we go.
Keep checking back.
Check
Keep checking back.
But the tickets, it'll be announced on the regenttheater.com. And then we're even going to, it's for couples, singles,
Yeah.
and threesomes. It's got, everybody's invited. And
Lesbians?
with couples, we're going to do a divorce predictor. So maybe you guys should come for that. Where I do a little interview and
Wait a second.
And then we talk a little bit about mate guarding and mate poaching and how that works. And we'll sort of act it out in a fun way on stage.
How long is this show?
It's an hour of drinks and an hour of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like
Sounds awesome.
it does sound awesome.
Love Lab Live. And
but
guess what? If it goes well in LA, we're taking it on the road all over America.
That's so cool.
I'm going with you.
Yeah, you should.
Because I do my stand up is all about relationships. It's
Perfect.
all about my relationship with my wife and my kids.
Perfect.
Mine
Wendy
too.
Walsh.
Come on the road with us, Chunky.
Yes. Oh, you're breaking barriers. What makes you so courageous? Even like your production company, Pussy Power.
No, it's called Puss Pow Pro Inc., which stands for Pussy Power Productions. And I incorporated that when I was in my 20s. So
I did too.
it just means female
Not
power. And it's
legally.
just being silly.
Yeah.
It's just being silly. It makes the bankers look at the checks and go, where's Puss Pow Pro?
It's silly, but it's backbone. It's integrity. It's character, and it's knowing what you're
It's
doing.
ballsy.
It's
You know,
ballsy.
listen, my website, Anointed by Myself, says Dr. Wendy Walsh, America's relationship expert. And when people say, well, who made you America's relationship expert? I say, Bette Midler did. And here's why I say that. Because I was reading some quotes one time from Bette Midler, the divine Miss
right.
Bette Midler. And the quote was, well, darling, everybody's divine. I was the only one with the balls enough to take the title. And as soon as she said that, I went, okay, I'm
Take
America's
the title.
relationship. Yeah.
Take the title.
Take the title before someone else does.
Awesome. We had something we teased before the break about your brother.
My new brother?
Your new
I have
brother.
two old brothers.
Yeah,
yes.
we had
My
him
new
on the
one.
phone last
Yeah.
time.
We had him on the phone.
That was cool. Mike.
Just give us a 30-second update on how
Okay.
that great guy is.
So people who may not remember, my mother, who's been dead for 20 years, was a 31-year-old virgin, Catholic virgin when she married my father. 20 years after her death, come to find out, she had had a traumatic teenage pregnancy and gave birth alone 1,000 miles from home at a hospital and gave her baby away to the Catholic Church for adoption. And so I was able to track down and find this man who was 65 years old and never knew who he was. And now I have a new brother. And the best part of it is that when I met him, he was the spitting image of my mother. Everything. The eyes were like implanted in him, the vocal tone, the jokes, the cadence, everything so similar that I felt like my mother had come back from the dead. It was really cool.
oh my
That's
God.
so cool.
Oh my
So he
God.
and I are close. He spends his winters in Georgia with his lovely wife, Judy, and they call quite regularly. Sometimes when they're sitting around the campfire having had a few too many of these,
Yep.
it's a really funny call.
Yep.
But anyway, he checks in a lot. And on his birthday, this past December 22nd, when he turned 66, my brothers called him and I called him. And he said it's the first time in his life a sibling has called him to wish him a happy birthday.
Wow. Are you tearing up?
Yeah.
Have your kids met their uncle?
Oh yeah, they love him.
That's so cool.
He bought Carrington hockey equipment for her. She was starting to play ice hockey, and he came to the store with us in Canada. Yeah, he was
Here we
a
go.
good uncle, and he gives me advice all the time. He's like my big brother that I never had, never knew I had.
But isn't he like a good old guy that? Isn't it like a Winnebago?
Well, this is very Canadian too. These snowbirds that go down for the winter to the south. So he has this big. He calls it the
RV?
rig.
Yeah.
It's more than an RV. The whole side pop, it turns into a house once you're down there. And he's got a car and a motorcycle and a jet ski. He's been an athlete all his life, and he's a go-getter. And he stumbles around the golf course a bit, but he prefers action stuff. He can fix anything. He's had many careers in his life, but now he's a very successful one as a home inspector. And he was adopted by a nurse and a mechanic, the O'Grady's. His name's Mike O'Grady, and they raised him very well. And his parents have passed away now.
Cool, man.
Yeah. And he was an only child, never had any siblings. They didn't adopt any others. They couldn't have
So
kids.
when his parents passed away, he was pretty much alone.
He's the
until
last
you
man
found
standing.
him.
Yeah.
And
I
then
said to
all of
him,
a
what
sudden-
did you think about, because now by the way, he's met dozens of cousins and my sister-in-law is really big on Ancestry.com, and there's a huge family tree that's Irish Catholic thing. So the first thing she did is put him up on Ancestry.com in his rightful place as now one of my mother's 4 children,
that's
not
so
3.
cool.
So he can see his whole ancestry.
Do you think your mom would be happy if she knew this was
I
going
think
on?
she would. I wish she was alive to see these times,
Mm-hmm.
to see that there isn't shame. There's a lot of mass marketed shame back in the 1940s and 50s with women. And here there was kind of a sexual explosion because these randy guys came back from the war. And there was what do people do when there's trauma and tragedy? They huddle together and have sex. It's a life-affirming event after a war. And yet the women are the ones that get persecuted. So I'm busy writing a hopefully very readable, creative memoir called Under the Ice, the family secret that gave birth to a love guru. And it's about this story. And it's really about 3 generations of female sexuality, my grandmother, my mother, and me, and the misinformation, the shame, the traumas, and how women deal with sexuality. Search for sexual freedom for women.
I've got such a warm, fuzzy fucking feeling right now.
Someone so smart in here. Most of them are just dumb comedians.
Yeah.
Well, they're more entertaining. I'm kind of boring and straight.
No,
please.
what are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Wendy Walsh, I am honored to be your friend.
He's so
and I'm
sweet.
honored. And I feel really good that I've known you for 20 plus.
Is that
I feel good. I've
crazy?
known her for like less than a year. It's amazing.
Okay, you've had so much.
No, but what I started to say before, that he's technically advanced. He used to be a camera operator at a show that I co-hosted, Extra, and then How'd They Do That? And we kept saying to him, because he had the crew and everybody in stitches all the time, we kept saying, Chunky, you should do stand-up. You should do did you even have the idea that this would all happen? And
no, but that was the springboard. That was the springboard into.
did you take any comedy classes?
No,
or did you
God, no.
What did you do? Just go to the Improv on open mic night and try?
Yeah.
How scary. Was it scary?
Yes. Yeah. But so is Gary. And now, guess what? Now we've got our own show, not only on the podcast, but we do our comedy show once a month.
But you have done comedy for so many places and so many people.
Yeah.
Craig
No,
Ferguson
You
and
know he's doing
everybody.
camera again, right?
No.
Yeah, his
No,
career's come
you
full
know something?
circle.
I am back because NFL called me, and I'm shooting camera for NFL. I'm doing stuff for Fox, and
good for you.
I just got a gig at the end of the month for ESPN, doing a roast for Terry Bradshaw from the Friars Club
my God.
right before Super
It's gonna
Bowl.
be hysterical.
But the thing is, it's another new the thing in your stomach, like you love to do. You do it for free.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still doing the podcast. We're still doing some comedy. We're still doing some warm up, but when a director calls and says, "Hey, I want you behind the camera and shooting,"
Yeah, you got to do it.
I take the challenge.
Yeah.
And I love it.
And you're good. You're good at everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
prepare to be mounted.
Oh,
This will only take for a minute.
These boys. You guys really listen to this, and it's okay with you? All right. I'm
Okay.
gonna have another swig.
Yeah, have another swig. I want to let you know that I know we goofed around tonight.
Yes.
And we were joking. But at the end of the day, you're absolutely adorable. And
You guys want me coming here a lot? Is that the
yeah,
deal here?
yeah. But I want
We want you coming all the
I
time.
want to know, are you happy? Are you
That's a
happy?
great question,
It's
Chunk.
an excellent question because I think any human who says they're happy all the time is crazy because we have a plethora of emotions in us, a rainbow of emotions, if you will.
Okay, don't get
I have moments.
Okay, just
Am I
talk about you.
satisfied with my life and where it is?
Just are you happy?
I am so filled with deep joy and happiness when I look at my children and everything they're accomplishing.
What about when you look in the
And-
mirror?
No. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, oh shit, I have to put on makeup. I hate this. No.
Why
If I had my druthers, I would be. I'm in sweatpants and Uggs, as you can see, but the top of me would be
Sexy
matching
fucking
that.
Uggs, by the way.
And I would.
those Aspen
I would be
Uggs.
in
You know what I
sweats,
mean?
You
and
can
I would
keep them
have
on.
I would do radio. In other words, I just yeah. I don't like the whole beauty thing. It's not me, but I do it. But what happiness? Happiness is something that we have happy days and not so happy days, and we have frightened days. We have days filled with anxiety and surprise and joy
But you
and
say
anticipation.
we. I don't want to hear
Humans.
we.
I
Stop.
have. He's like my therapist now.
Yeah, right. I love it. I got an interesting question.
Yes.
At what point?
There's
in
much
you-
more I
what
want in my
point
life, shall we say that?
What point in your life? What year did you realize I'm a good-looking person? And it may be a hindrance, or it may help me.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing. I modeled in Paris when I was 18 years old, and I thought I was the ugliest woman on the planet.
Is that right?
I thought, what the hell am I doing here with all these beautiful people?
Wow.
And the
Can
more
you
you hang
imagine?
out with the top of the top, the worse you feel. I only felt pretty to me once I had my PhD.
See that? You know what? Let's.
Because then I felt like I'd proven to myself and the world and everything else that
There was more
I was
than the
a
facade.
well-rounded person. And I
Ah,
actually
good for
have
you.
better, self-esteem about my physical self now at the age where I probably, should be a little more fit or whatever, but it's so less important now. It's more about balance. If I have a choice between spending 2 hours at the gym or spending 30 minutes at the gym and cooking a great meal for my family, I'm going to take the latter.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And Chunk, I'm going to ask this question for you. What does PhD mean?
It means Doctor of Philosophy.
I actually knew that. Let me act like your therapist.
Okay.
Wendy, do
talk
you ever
about my
wake up
dreams.
with no? I'm anxiety. And the reason I'm asking is because I have it.
Yeah.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and can't get back to sleep?
Funny you asked that because it started this morning at 3:30. Every once in a while, I wake up with inexplicable anxiety. It started at 3:30. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. What time is it now? 9 p.m. Okay, so I didn't have anxiety all day,
Right.
but I couldn't get back to sleep. And I think that, I've been doing a lot of mindful meditation and calming myself. Here's what I want to tell people so they can all understand. All humans have trouble managing their emotions sometimes, but thoughts create moods. Moods create our behavior changes our world, and it all gets bounced back at us. So let's look at that negatively. If you have a negative thought, I'm not good enough, I'm ugly, people don't like me, then it puts you in a sour mood. That sour mood means that your behavior, your posture is going to be different. You're going to assume people are out to get you, so you're going to behave in a defensive way. And guess what? The environment is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy for you. So let's take it positive. If you start off with, hey, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself for this. And then it gives you the capacity to open up and in your good mood, spread love to other people, and then love comes back at you in the universe.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I love that. But do you see how she deflects?
Yeah. Oh, completely, dude.
You
are
asked me, do I have anxiety sometimes? And the
Completely.
answer is yes, I
but
do.
then you slipped
but
into,
I also
like, look at
have
me, I'm
ways-
Dr. Wendy Walsh.
But
I'm
I also
talking
have
about-
ways to manage it.
I'm talking about Wendy
Yeah.
with no makeup. I'm talking
Right.
about Wendy wearing boxers from some dude you can't
but
remember.
The answer
But keep
is
the Ugg boots
yes,
on, right?
everybody has bouts of anxiety or
Yeah.
worry. And yes, I have ways to manage it.
Okay.
So that it's
Oh,
not, it
she's so
doesn't
professional.
spiral down into.
And the only question, and I will ask it again, the only question ever that Dr. Wendy Walsh balked on, or was, do you like, when you have sex, do you like to do it regular or in the vagina?
Yes.
And I will let you know, I asked you that, like, I don't know if it was the last
That
time.
was so shocking. Now it's not so shocking. I'm used to your mouth.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Yep.
I think we're going to put a bow on this, but before... oh, God. Thank you for opening up, and thank you for making us think, because I think that's the most important thing.
I think you and I, we're not taking advantage of Dr. Wendy Walsh.
Yeah, you need to come in with a
We've
list of
both been
your
married
viewers
for
should
16
email you
years.
some relationship questions, and next time I come in,
Okay.
we want to have questions from your viewers.
We've been married for 16 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
you and I.
Not, yeah, I mean,
Right.
as much as you would like that. But seriously, don't you have a relationship question for Dr. Wendy Walsh?
No, but you guys could teach it. You've had good,
for
healthy,
God's
long-term
sakes.
relationships.
Okay.
You don't have
That's
any
the truth.
questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
My question to Dr. Wendy Walsh.
What would you ask her if I wasn't here? What would you?
I was by myself with Dr. Wendy Walsh.
Yes,
How do I get my wife to wake me up with a blowjob?
dude, that went out with roadhead, okay, and swallowing. So move the fuck on, bro. I can answer that goddamn question.
Dr. Adler.
What he said. What he said.
That was rude. Let's edit that out. I can't even.
We don't edit. Bro.
We can't
You
afford
know
editing.
that.
It's the internet. I guess anything goes.
Dr. Wendy, as we
Are
round
you
third.
asking me how to have better sexual
No,
communication?
I'm not asking anything. I'm not asking. As we
You know
round.
what? I just read about a bra. You were talking about sexual chemistry. There's a bra now that won't open unless it detects that you're actually in love with the person.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I need to know about
you gotta
this.
check that out.
How does it detect?
It's a.
I don't know. It's a bullshit,
heart rate
but still,
thing,
it's kind
yeah.
of cool. Yeah,
I think it's got something to do with your pulse.
it's a mood ring for bras.
Mood ring. It's a mood bra.
There's like 6 jokes
Does
I'm
it
not
turn
saying.
purple before it opens?
And you know something? I want to let you know the second half was no less disrespectful than the
No,
first
it was
half.
I know. And you guys are going to clean it up, weren't you? You're going to clean it up.
We're terrible, man.
Okay, I want your listeners, viewers, to
Yeah.
make sure they email you
Yes.
some good questions from you.
Yeah, we're gonna
Right.
have Dr. Wendy Walsh on again,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. And seriously, we
Go
do
to the
this.
website.
We do this.
Do this right here. You're going to the website. You're going to look up Dr. Wendy Walsh. You're going to go to 1 Degree of Chunky B, chunkybee.tv.
Or hit us up on our Facebook page and just send us a little question for her.
And please come to askaloveguru.com.
That's what I'm
There'll be
talking
lots
about.
of
You know
love
something?
gurus there.
Just
Plug it all, babe.
plug it
Plug
right
it all.
now.
If whether you're looking to find a relationship, maintain a relationship, or separate with love, I've got a love guru for you. Come to askaloveguru.com.
Oh, that's awesome.
How's that?
Okay, you know something? I know she's smart and she's a doctor, but damn, you're sexy.
Oh, thank you.
You are so sexy. You know something? The kids didn't bring the cookies, but I know they're done.
Let's
so
go have
let's wrap
cookies.
this up.
See, I think she's really smart.
I know.
I don't see the sexy. I see the
But
PhD.
isn't smart sexy? There's actually a word for that that's really big right now. What's
I
it?
see how
Septo something?
just, like, I'm attracted to her intelligence.
There's a word for that.
Sweet Jesus. Wait a second. So am I. And that is, you know me better than everybody.
Yeah.
I do adore sassiness in a clever,
It's called
smart way.
Sapiosexual. A
Sapiosexual. I'm
sapiosexual.
Yeah. And what's the definition?
It's the sexual or spiritual attraction to intelligence.
That's me. Completely.
You're a
100%.
sapiosexual.
Right now. I mean, until I go home. Then it's...
Okay. I want to let you know that I can prove this. For 25 years, I've got Psychology Today mailed to my house. I was raised
you
on
know
Psychology Today.
You know stuff.
Yeah.
There's a difference between something being mailed to your house and you reading it.
Oh, sweet goodness. Okay.
What do you use it for?
I
Come
want to
on.
let you know.
Kindling?
No. God, there's so much more. We're going to save it for another show. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been honored and blessed with the wonder that is
doctor
Dr.
was
Wendy.
in.
The doctor was in the garage of love. Dr. Wendy Walsh, I cannot tell you how much you are adored by
Chunky.
me and Adler
And our
Chunky
community.
Gary.
and our community.
Our crazy, nutty community. They love her.
Okay, well, tweet me then, community.
Yeah, tweet her
Dr.
up.
Wendy Walsh.
Dr. Wendy Walsh.
See this? That's Wendy right there. We are DONE.
Let's go
We're-
get some cookies.
Let's go get some cookies.